Welcome to the Newsa-Cast YouTube channel. These Red Smith Banquet throwbacks are exclusive interviews of sports legends, powerful media personalities, and influential coaches. You won't find these anywhere else. Subscribe below and enjoy.
All right, Newsa-Cast listeners, we are here with the throwback to the Red Smith Sports Awards, and we go all the way back to 1997, where we had the great Robert Marvin Hall, better known as Bobby Hall to many of us, hockey legend, came to the Red Smith Sports Banquet and entertained everybody.
He did, Tash, him and Zambuca, and we had one heck of a time, didn't we?
Yeah, that was probably one of the best things is going out with him and him drinking all of us under the table, drinking Zambuca. Well, we were just trying to be young bucks keeping up with him. But you know,
pain control, Tash. Pain control.
That's what he said. These are painkillers in my day. He was amazing. Back in his day, he was known as the Golden Jet. Blonde hair, his speed, his accuracy, shooting. Just had a ton of speed shooting as well. Other teams would just have guys shadow him. He was absolutely incredible in his 23 years of playing.
Yeah, he absolutely was, Tash. And hockey's getting started for the 2024-25 season, and hockey wouldn't be hockey without guys like Bobby Hall.
Yeah, obviously a great Chicago Blackhawk. He started playing in 1957 at 18, which is pretty incredible. Played all the way to 1980, and he actually came in his last year and played with Gordie Howe with the Hartford Whalers. And Gordie Howe said, yeah, that young guy's, that first-year player is not too bad.
Not too
but
bad.
At that point, Bobby was much diminished in his playing. Injuries and different things like that had taken a toll on him. But he was incredible. I mean, Stanley Cup in 61 with the Blackhawks, 3-time leading scorer. He was absolutely amazing.
He absolutely was, Tash, and he was amazing in 1997 at the Red Smith Banquet. He was the Nice Guy Award winner the same year that Lynn Swan joined us, and Lynn was the featured speaker. But on this fine Sunday, we have Bobby Hall for you.
Yeah, sit back and enjoy. Catch his jokes. He had a lot of great jokes and one-liners as well. Kind of going with the theme of some of our throwbacks in the last few weeks with Lasorda and Euchre and now Bobby Hall.
Yeah, definitely a lot of old school greats. So check them out on the Newsa-Cast YouTube page, and don't be afraid to hit that subscribe button for us. We would appreciate it.
Thank you, Chuck. Our honoree this year is arguably one of the finest hockey players to ever take the ice. Bobby Hall began his NHL career in 1957 playing left wing for the Chicago Blackhawks, where he became a 3-time NHL point-scoring champion, 2-time MVP, and most of all, a member of the 1961 Stanley Cup Championship. Mr. Hall had such power, speed, and majesty that he earned the nickname the Golden Jet. His amazing 100-mile-per-hour slap shot had enough force to thrust a goalie backward into the net along with the puck. In 1966, Mr. Hall became the first player in NHL history to break the 50 goals in a season barrier, scoring 54. He raised his own record to 58 in 1968 while playing with his mouth wired shut from a broken jaw. By 1972, Mr. Hall had been selected to the first All-Star team 9 times. Mr. Hall left the Blackhawks in 1972 to join the Winnipeg Jets of the fledgling World Hockey Association, where he proceeded to win 2 WHA MVP awards in 1973 and 1975. Mr. Hall was named Player of the Decade for the 1960s and was elected into the Hockey Hall of Fame in 1983. Ranking 6th on the NHL all-time goals scored list. The list of Mr. Hall's accomplishments is lengthy and distinguished. He still holds Blackhawk records in most career goals at 604, most goals in a season at 58, and most hat tricks at 28, and most points by a left wing, 58 goals and 49 assists. Mr. Hall also is second in Chicago Blackhawks history for career points and 4th in assists. His 550 or more goal season ties him with his son Brett for 3rd all-time in the NHL. These accomplishments, along with his reputation as being an outstanding citizen and representative of the game, makes Mr. Hall an excellent choice to join the distinguished list of past Miller Nice Guy Award recipients. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my great pleasure to introduce one of the most respected men in the National Hockey League's famed history, our 1997 Miller Nice Guy Award recipient, number 9, the great Bobby Hall.
Thank you. Thank you so very, very much. And Sig, that was likely the second best introduction I've ever had. I spoke to a group in Chicago last week, and the guy that was supposed to introduce me didn't show up. But it's certainly great to be here in Appleton tonight. And after spending 8 years in Winnipeg, it's great to be anywhere. As I look over this great throng of people, I think I must feel a little bit like Zsa Zsa Gabor's 8th husband. I know what to do, but I don't know whether I can make it interesting or not. I want to echo the sentiments of everyone that's been up here. I have never been so impressed at a banquet before in my life, and I'm serious. When we flew into Appleton, I've never been in this area before, spent a lot of time in the Chicagoland area, but even under that snow cover, I was impressed with this area. Then, of course, I came here and met Mike and Stan, and they showed me through here, and when I was in here this afternoon and these tables were empty, I said, how are they going to serve 1,700 plus people in just a short amount of time and all together? But I see how it's done, and I really became more and more impressed. And then when I read your brochure, knowing that the money raised here tonight will go to support youth activity in your area and the Big Brothers, now I'm even more impressed. And Siggy, I want to tell you something right now, and I told him before, if this is mine, it goes right beside the Stanley Cup, the miniature of the Stanley Cup. And I also told Siggy that my wife is a great Miller Lite fan, and it's going to come off that shelf lots of time because I think that'll hold about a 6-pack for her. I thank you very much for a wonderful evening. Thank you very much.
Please subscribe to this channel, give this video a thumbs up, and hit that notification bell so you get notified when we post another great episode or interview. Download the podcast on Apple Podcast, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts. Thank you for your support.
MTV Unplugged, changing the way pop music is played and pop stars are made. Making history by making acoustic music electrifying. Intimate performances, stripped down to their essence, live. It's like having your favorite artist sing in your living room. It's MTV Unplugged. See it, hear it, believe it.
Don't miss it. Cable, where the stars are.
On Time Warner Cable,